Tupac is in New York. So Biggie calls and says he wants to come to the show. I call Big and Pac up on stage. Crowd go crazy.
I never knew that was where they came from.
Big with where Brooklyn at, you know. Yeah. That was all that show. Stage manager standing there telling me, let me know I got 5 minutes. There was someone else in the cut, you know, waiting to go. And it was Fat Joe.
You got a Flow Joe?
Yeah, the Flow Joe joint. And that really hurt too, because I mean, it's like, you know, I want to see everybody shine.
Right.
Ghost, I got some questions.
Hey, yo, Kane, I got questions.
Y'all recording? Yeah?
Hey, yo, the first time I heard you, Lord, I was in my projects. You know, we was hustling back then. It was 87, 88?
87.
Bubbling, 87, right? Bubbling. I remember, God bless the dead, my man Pooh. Soon as he heard that Warm It Up Kane, we had boxes back then.
Yeah.
So he just over there like hitting rewind on that one song. Those are my glory days. That's what that really got me into hip hop and really started like inking, putting the pen down. When you came, it was fresh. One of my favorite joints from then was R.A.W. Terrorist. You know what I'm saying? It was like, yo, the beat.
Yeah. That's 87.
It was a movement in the Jacks. That Allen was like going crazy, you know what I'm saying?
It's crazy to hear you say that because I think the time period, it was a shift and a different movement. You know, when Rakim came, KRS came, and then I came, once again, it shifted back to being about the lyrics.
Right.
And when I listen to Wu stuff, I can hear how important lyricism was to y'all.
Yeah.
Very, very important.
And I want to thank you for that because it's like, yo, the way we rhyme, it's like that's where we get it from. It always brings us back to that era right there.
Do you remember when we first met?
I remember you meeting you in North Carolina. And I don't know if you remember because you was like, yo, you told me I should do movies.
Yeah, I remember. But we first met, we had a show together at Newark Symphony Hall in Newark, New Jersey. And that was my first time seeing y'all rock. And then I came in y'all dressing room to meet all of y'all. And in a matter of seconds, we jumped into a cypher. It was me, you, Scoob Lover, RZA, and Raekwon.
Right.
We jumped. Oh, and Shaheem, because y'all had Shaheem with you when he had half his hair braided and the other half in an afro.
Right.
And y'all had Shaheem. Yeah. We all jumped into a cypher. Yeah.
That's crazy.
I don't know about you, but I'm getting a little dry over here.
All right, cool. Let's get it.
Garçon.
What made you fall in love with hip hop?
First time I fell in love with hip hop was 1977. My cousin Murdoch took me to a block party in Roosevelt Projects, and we saw Master D DJing. People stopped dancing to watch him, and I just thought that it was just a phenomenal scene, and I was like, I want to be a DJ. You know, so.
Oh, first?
Yeah. I was a DJ first.
Right. Oh,
you know,
snap.
and then, you know, somebody broke in my grandmother's crib and stole my turntables, and then that's when I started, you know. Now, the dude that stole them turntables did me a big favor.
That's what I'm saying.
No, because I sucked at DJing.
Right. Yeah, I fell in love with it. I was living in West Brighton at the time, in Staten Island. This is the first time I seen, like, a DJ just hook up in front of the building and everybody was rocking, but I couldn't go outside. I'm looking from the window and I'm just seeing all these people down there. By the time it was the Sugar Hill, you know, like nice 12-minute song, it was, you know, it just gradually just, you know, worked its way up. By the time I got to like junior high school, that's when I started like really trying to pin my little raps down, windmilling and all that, and the rest is like history. So I teamed up with the Clan.
Here's to both of us not coming out in the era where you had to make 12-minute songs.
Right.
Like touring-wise, man.
Yeah.
Do you have like any amazing memories?
It's a lot, you know what I mean? Especially when Dirt was here. When Dirt was here. Dirt, let me tell you something, Dirt was the best, yo. He's the best. Like, you know, my brother he was just one of a kind. He was unique for real. But he used to just do things like on the road. When I first met him, I had like a pastrami and cheese hero, right? And I know this was a cousin though, but I'm eating the hero. And the nigga just walked up to me and was like, yo, can I get a piece of that? You know what I mean? So I'm looking at him like, yo, what the fuck is this nigga asking me for, you know what I mean? Piece of my sandwich and shit. Niggas don't be doing shit like that. But I gave it to him, so it's like, we became cool after that shit. But being on the road with him, I seen him like walk up to chicks, right? And he be like, yo, you know who I am? And had the chick look at him and then just bust out like, me and Mariah. He had the illest lines.
He ever cursed you out?
Cursed me out?
Yeah.
Oh, nah, yo, we was close.
He cursed me out one night.
Oh, yeah?
Spending the night at the crib.
Right.
He drunk as shit. He asked me for the keys to my Pathfinder so he
Right.
could run to Harlem.
Right.
I'm like, yo, I'm not giving you the keys while you like this, man.
Right.
He followed me upstairs. I'm trying to go in my bedroom to lock the door so I don't have to listen to this dude
Right.
no more. He holding the
that's
door.
ill.
I'm like, yo, hey, son, man, I'm not giving you the keys.
Right.
He stepped back to say something,
Right.
stumbled down the stairs, caught the banister with his foot before he could fall,
Right,
just
right.
in time. And then
Right.
said, see, I'm the drunken master at this shit, God, give me the keys. Yo.
Hey, yo, I can see him saying that. Because me and Ray used to be bunkies, you know what I mean? You know, we had really solo rooms back then. Me and Ray ordered like 24 bottles of champagne, like 18 salmons. We ain't really know no better. We got screamed on like, when the bill came, it was some of the funnest days of my life. Like when we first was getting on tour, doing all that shit, traveling everywhere, we was real tight, like, you know what I mean?
Moving like family.
Yeah, like a family, like it was strong.
We were like that as well, you know.
Yeah.
One of my great tour moments is when we was on the Budweiser Superfest. It's like me, Patti LaBelle, Levert, BBD, MC Light. But the last two shows, they had me close, and one was at the Garden. And at this time, Tupac is in New York, filming Above the Rim. So Biggie calls Mr. C and says he wants to come to the show, and then asks, is it okay if he bring Tupac? And I'm like, you know, yeah, absolutely. So, you know, when they get there, you know, it's like, you know, they want to get on, you know. Now, I already got Shaheem with me, because Virgin paid for him to, you know, come and, you know, so he's coming out rhyming on stage with me and
Right.
doing his song, you know, with the On and On joint. So we like, let's have one of these moments, man. So I called Big and Pac up on stage, crowd go crazy.
I never knew that was where they came from.
Yeah, that's where that come from.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And then, you know, Big with where Brooklyn at?
Yeah, where Brooklyn. Yeah,
and the 7
definitely.
Mac 11s, you know.
Yeah.
That
Ooh.
was all that show. There was someone else in the cut, you know, waiting to go.
Right.
But this stage manager standing there telling me, let me know I got 5 minutes, you know? And it was Fat Joe.
Oh,
You know,
okay.
Yeah. Like he was a new artist at the time as well.
Right.
But he was standing there, you know, waiting to go. But they tell me I got 5 minutes, and I still hadn't done Warm It Up or Ain't No Half Stepping. So I had to like, you know, like tell them I can't, because they was only giving me 5 minutes. And that really hurt too, because I mean, it's
Right.
like, you know, I want to see everybody shine.
Right.
You know, I want to see everybody
right.
shine. Because
Yeah.
it was such an epic night.
So was that when Joe had Flo Joe? You got a Flo Joe?
Yeah, the Flo Joe
my
joint.
shit.
Yeah, 1993.
Wow. So many things Red Brothers did on tour, man. We just had fun, man. When I remember one time I put that, we was somewhere and I just put I shouldn't have did it though. Like I put the fire extinguisher under Meth door, me and Ray. And he just came out. He had the afro that time. It was pure white. Afro was pure white. He opened the door. He just opened the door, was like, y'all play too much. Y'all play too much. But he got that, like, you know, that sleepy eye shit. But the head was mad white. That's one thing we do though. Snap on each other, like heavy.
I would have loved to seen Biz on your bus.
Oh,
Because you got to understand, everybody make the same mistake. They see Biz features and think he's an easy win. Nah, Biz, I've seen Biz tear people apart.
Right.
I've seen Biz tear people apart. And I mean like professional comedians.
Right. Damn.
Let me explain something to you. I've never said this in public.
Right.
I've never said this in public. A lot of times people ask me, what would you be doing if you wasn't rapping?
Right.
If you never became Big Daddy Kane. I never ever thought about that until they closed the lid on that casket, man. Like for about 10 seconds, I saw my whole entire life. I thought about how long I had been rapping, how many demos I made, everything I did to try to get on. And it's like, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for Biz.
Right.
If he didn't discover me, believe me, teach me how to perform on stage, and keep his word, you know, because I mean, when he got signed, he could have just said, yo, you're not, just keep writing for me.
Right.
He made sure that Coachella signed me as well. So I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for him, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even before this music, it was like, yo, you know, we in the streets. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, I'd have probably been locked up, probably been dead because I was doing a lot of stupid stuff. You know, I just kept rapping and, you know what I mean, found RZA. You know, he had the equipment at his house. Riz had a swag about him, but I seen something in him. And yeah, and it just became what it became. Like 5 or 6 years later, there it go, into the Wu-Tang, 36 Chambers. You don't know how it's gonna go.
But was there a point where like one of the members had to come to you and say, yo, Ghost, stay focused. This shit about to happen?
RZA, because even when I got on, I was still, you know, hustling. But then Riz found out, because I was taking my money, you know, you buying bricks and all that. So he like, you can't mix pork with beef. You can't do them both. You gotta leave one of these things alone. And I just decided like, yo, you know what? Drop that and don't never touch it again. Never sold that shit again. Like, it was over.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. Actual.
With Biz, my moment like that with him was I got accepted to Delphi College. And I wasn't signed with Coachella yet, but you know, he doing this. I'm like, yo, I just got accepted to college, man. Cause this dude telling me I'm not down with the Juice Crew yet, man. Notice it. I'm like, you know, and Biz, and you know, in his words, you know, he said, I'm not gonna tell you not to go to school. Go ahead. But watch. Watch. I'm telling you this shit gonna happen.
Right.
And that was enough. That was all I needed to hear.
That voice.
I was like, yeah, I'm gonna ride it out then, brother. I'm gonna ride it out, yeah. Like I know that for my catalog, Half Step and Smooth Operator be like the main two that people wanna hear. But for me, Set It Off. Like, it's the type of thing where, you know, as soon as I start, let it roll, get bold. And when that,
right.
It's 88.
All day.
It's 88.
All day.
Like I'm in a whole different era right there. I know that song just gives me motivation. You know, gives me energy. It's, you know, that's that joint that uplifts me.
Right.
You know? And the crazy thing about it is like, you know, when I first did it, in my mind, I was doing James Brown's Sex Machine. Because I just like how James did go, you know, we go moving, grooving, doing it. Can I count it off? Can I count it off? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yep.
So I was like, I want to do something where I'm doing something in the intro before the beat drop. But instead of talking, I just did the rhyme, the let it roll, get bold thing. And this groove is what's next. You know.
Right.
Like, and yeah, that's the thing that gives me energy. You know, I always try to do it early in the show because that's what gives me energy. No matter how I'm feeling. I'm 19-year-old Kane again.
Right.
You know?
That's dope.
What's like one of your favorites from your catalog?
I never, to tell you to be honest with you, I never really thought about that. And a lot of times people be like, they want like, wow, I mean, All I Got Is You and stuff like that that I did with Mary J. Blige. It just bring me to a place like, it just makes me sad. You know what I mean? So I don't never really perform that. It just brings me back to like you know, when we was going through it. 3-bedroom apartment, roaches everywhere, and all this other stuff like that. It's like, it's so ill because a lot of people be like, yo, that's my favorite record you ever did. And I I went through that. That's my childhood. But that, maybe Tomorrow shit by the Jackson 5 made me just go back and just tell my childhood. You know what I mean? So even right now when I hear it, it's like, I'm saying like, damn, did I go too far? Did I express all my personal shit? You know what I mean? And when I did and I was all said and done with it, it was like, yo, brothers respected it. But I never thought like, which one is my favorite record? Like,
But that particular one has an emotional attachment to
yes, because you never know, because something will just hit me. You know, my mother's not here right now. You know what I mean? And my brothers ain't here right now. You know, because they had muscular dystrophy and all that. So it's like that record is pain.
Even though for emotional reasons you may not like performing it, it touched so many others. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like it touched them like that beat banging. It touched them what you saying.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Bro.
And you said something else that's real interesting. You said when you heard the Maybe Tomorrow joint, it took you there. Right. And I'm sitting there, I wonder why. Because I don't know if you remember in the Jackson 5 cartoon, whenever it was a scene where they're reflected, that's what played, Maybe Tomorrow.
Right. I can remember that playing in there.
That's the song that always played, Maybe Tomorrow.
Yeah. I don't even listen to my shit. You know what I mean? To be honest with you, I do them, and after mixing it and doing all that, and I never just throw it on.
Well, listen.
Yeah.
You don't have to listen to your shit.
Right.
But I thank you for one.
Right.
That's my shit.
Oh, one. No, I
One
appreciate you.
is my.
Thank you, brother.
No, look at me.
Yeah, I got
That's my shit.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying?
Thank you, my brother.
I look like when I listen to a song and say, "Damn, I wish I was on this."
Right.
Yeah, that's when
Oh,
that's
okay.
my shit.
No, I appreciate you for that.
That's my ghost song. Like, yeah,
Right.
I love that shit, man.
Wow. Nah, I appreciate it. That's love coming from you, though. That's love. Yeah, bro, it's hip hop.
I'm one of those artists where I don't want you to ever play my music and ignore me. I don't want you to play my music just to dance to the beat, just to sing the hook.
Right.
I want you to be like, you know, hey, yo, Ghost, man, you heard that new Kane? Yo, Kane said.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, all that's important to me, you know, from the MC side, you know. I don't know, like, how about with you?
As an MC, you do want your music, you know, you want people to respect what you said. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you, you know, a lot of times I might have missed a shot, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, I wanna be recognized for my talent. That's why if you ask around the people that know me, I would never deny you of an autograph, of a picture. And I've seen rappers do that a lot, you know what I mean? But I will never do that. Like I said, I'm an MC first, you know, just like how you said it. But I'm grateful though, because Kane, we could have been somewhere else.
Yeah.
Could have been somewhere else. And I don't know, like it's like, yo, we got saved. Like hip hop saved us, like damn.
I think that a lot of people from our generation have to understand that where we at right now in music, like myself, you, we are a part of hip hop culture. When I say that, I mean like we battled. We had to go to different projects to battle people. We got on the mic while a DJ cutting up a record, for real, from the cultural aspect. But now, hip hop is officially a music genre. It's a real music genre. Not only is it a real music genre, it's the biggest selling genre. Someone can wake up, just like they do in pop music. Someone can wake up one morning and say, I want to make a rap song.
That's what
they don't have to come from, and the sad part is the disconnect. Because when you came in the game, I was there.
Right.
When I came in the game, Houdini, Dougie Fresh, they was there.
Right.
When they came in the game, you know, Furious 5, Sugar Hill Gang was there. You know what I'm saying? When Eminem, Jadakiss came in the game, Nas, Jay-Z was there.
Right.
Now there's a disconnect where the older generation don't connect with the younger generation. That's what we need to bring back. We can talk to the young rappers of today and give them the game.
Right.
The same way it was given to me, the same way it was given to you.
Right, exactly. The 50-year anniversary of hip hop in Yankee Stadium. You know what I mean? When I saw all the greats there, DJ Hollywood, and everybody was in the building. That was
Different
one of the
eras,
greatest.
too.
Different eras, yeah, exactly. And I'm looking at them through their joints, looking back in time, all those other, you know what I mean? It was like, it felt like a birthday for real. It felt like a real birthday. Like, we've been here for like 30 years. You could have been died out and burnt out, and people just forget about you. To still be here, then to do it in Yankee Stadium, on that stage, amongst all the greats, go on the sound check, bring Method Man and inspect the deck out, and yo, listen. Yeah, that was a beautiful time.
That's
beautiful.
what's up,
Yeah, it was
man,
beautiful.
man.
Yo, I love you, Kane. You know what I mean?
Right back
Yo,
at you.
thank
Love
you so
too
much.
man.
You know what I mean?
For real, man.
Thank you for everything, black man.
Nah,
Word.
man. Thank you,
You know what I
man,
mean?
for
It's
everything
like,
that you and your
if it wasn't for
your
brothers
crew
like
did
you,
hip-hop,
brother,
man.
I wouldn't even probably be here, bro. Because, like I said, you inspired me. You were stamped for me in our lives. And I could vouch for that with my Wu brothers and all that. So it's like, yo, I thank you so much. Like, you know what I mean? You was well needed for me to make it where I'm at, like right now.
That means a lot, brother.
You know
That
what I
means a
mean? You know
lot,
how we
man.
do.
Yes, sir.
All day.
Respect.
Thank you. A million.